Hey YouTube, I want to show you my Golden Motor EZ Outboard X20. How stupid that is. So I'm one of the lucky ones. I got a 11.5 kilowatts. Hey, I have to make mine longer because this motor cannot run above water any amount of time. I tried the 3 gears very fast, under 5 seconds. I would say under 3 seconds. No, just went each gear to be sure that it works. And then I melted all the plastic here. And here is the magnet, or it's a lot of magnets. A roll there and a roll there. And it just melted. I can show you in a bit. This piece of aluminium is very bad, very soft. Stupid they make it so soft. This is a new thing with a bearing, ceramic bearing. It's nice. And this aluminium is good. It's very hard, or so it look like. And it's water cooled, always nice. But I have before I had my own homemade 5 kilowatts gold motor and 140 amps Kelly controller, and I sold it. And just to be nice, then I threw in the throttle from this one because it looked like a toy, 3 gear on off, and just looked like a toy. I have my own. I made my own for the Kelly controller. But what I didn't knew was that it does not work. So I was contacting Honda from Gold Motor and asking which potentiometer, rotary hall sensor that was in it. And he would not tell me. I could buy a new throttle, complete throttle. That costs 400 euro here in Europe. Euro-dollar, which is stupid because I only need a potentiometer, rotary hall sensor. And I can buy another controller for around 800 euro-dollar. So why spend so much money on a throttle that look like a piece of toy? So now I'm gonna show you what happens if you drive on this motor. By the way, this piece you can turn around. There are no steering pins on it. So it's sit with it's kind of hard to explain. But there's a big lock device here, and behind that there is something like this, just a bit bigger, which you screw it into. So sit with these 4 screws, and one of them was loose because I don't know if there was a previous owner who over tied it or it was from the factory. So, and this was 3 bolt. That's why I made this, so I can take this off in case of this break. It should be pretty bad. But now it's a big heavy boat, 5 tons. But it's not because I'm gonna racing around. So, but now I'm gonna show you what's happened when you drive on this for a couple of seconds. So up here, it's very nice weather today. There's a little bridge. So, and our local bodega. So what happens when you drive on this? This is in here. You see all the magnets, and it's a kind of the same down on the motor. So this is a new one, the new system with ceramic bearings instead of this. That's just stupid. So I was lucky I got this spare bit in the deal. But now look, this has been on my boat for a month and a half or something like that. Not longer. Look, what is this? But now this, I don't know if you can see down there, all the way around is cracked. And then there comes salt water in it. See crack there, and there are some bumps because it's rusting like crazy. I hope it does not have ruined the magnets down there. But yeah. So I sailed about 3 hours, and then I got a hall sensor alarm. And that's if the hall sensor are defects or if there is water in the motor. So I just drowned it in salt water. So I was a bit panic. So I mailed a Honda Gold motor. I have you some blueprint over the motor so I can see what I have to do to get this part off. This was the other one, and I could see the previous owner have glued this with silicone. So when Honda was keep telling me you'd have to pull it, yeah, you have to pull it off, but it's magnetized, so it's probably very hard to pull off. And he could not understand that they have given it silicone. How the hell would you pull this off if they give it silicone all the way around? So yeah, then he sent me a picture that I have to remove these screws. Come on, dude. See, by the way, this screw was loosening itself, and now it's way smaller than the other ones. It has been grinded down by this, as you probably can see. Oh, so I made this tool here so I could put it down like this, and then turn it loose. Otherwise I would never have get it off. So that was my start on this. Not as fun as it could have been. And by the way, when there's salt water in a motor, you just have to flush it. I used one of these low pressure washer things with batteries. And it got a lot of clean water on bottles, you know, without anything in it. And then when you get, I can see if I can put some pictures in. But if you're gonna have the bottom bearing out, you have to use a tube, or what's called yeah, and then now it has this on top, and you know, some of these to put down here, right? So to lift it, and then a long thing on it, then they're going inside here. Because if you use it as it normally would be used, you're gonna break it. The bottom of it is very, very thin. So it just come with a pop. Then you think that the bearing is loose, but it's not. It's the bottom who have given so that's pretty important that use a pipe tube like this. So you know it's gonna go over the bearing and take the outer rim. But I got it to work again, and I've been sailing around 100 kilometers with this piece of shit. Just annoying, you know. So I know it's cheap, but come on. Yeah, and then as I told, I sold the throttle, and I talked to Miromax here in Europe. Miromax, guess his name, and he was very helpful in the start until he talked to Hunter from Gold Motor. Then he couldn't help me anymore, and he tried to sell me a throttle, a rotary Hall potentiometer throttle. But then when I asked some more about it and showed him a picture of the controller, he told me that it was an old controller, so good luck with that to get a throttle. Clown. I'm so pissed, you know. Why would I buy a whole throttle when I can just buy some kind of rotary Hall sensor? Now this is the second rotary Hall sensor I try. I try this, and I try this, which used on my Kelly. It's a homemade. It's all what you need, right? Forward and reverse, and a couple of bottom for the thrust. Yeah. So I'm kind of pissed at the moment. That's why I just made this video. You can see the quality of this thing. It's just, you know, just bad. It's just bad. It's all the way around. And why didn't they paint it down there? I don't get it. And why did they paint it with such shitty paint? Right? And this is max 2 months, 1.5 months. It had been sitting on the back of my boats, and it always been over water. So I'm so disappointed because of the price. So yeah, I guess that's it. Do not buy this motor if you are in salt water. Just don't buy this motor because it's a shitty motor. No, I know it's cheap. You know, it's unrealistic, expensive, 10 kilowatts. Funny enough, then a 6 kilowatts, you know, from the big names, ePropulsion, they are pretty inexpensive compared to this. I guess it's 5,000 euro at the moment. But then when you look at ePropulsion, 10 kilowatts, you're around 12,000 euro dollars. And that's just stupid. Have nothing to do with the environment. Just another way to make money. A lot of money, because they say, oh, this is a 20 horsepower equal. No, it's not. It's a 13-14 horsepower motor. You see, as I was saying down there, I'm lucky I got a 11.5 kilowatts But then I got this paper with it, and oh, it's only at 10.6 kilowatts. That's stupid. And it's from 23, so 3 years old. And the controller is it's an old controller, as Meomax told me. So got this some clown that have, oh, that's all fine quality. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Yes, that's okay. That is stupid. Don't buy this motor. You're gonna regret it at some times. You know, this, I'm gonna paint the other one with some sealer of some sort. Then we're gonna see how that's work. If I got it running again. Otherwise I have to wait till I can afford a controller. What, these around $800 for a 200 amps controller. So yeah, that's it. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Don't buy it.